Hi guys, so Carol reached out to me yesterday and asked me to share my experience over video because she said that there's a lot of people that have been to therapy that are not interested in continuing because they can't come in and do it in person, and they don't want to do it over Skype because they feel that doing it in person is the only way or the best way to do it. So I just want to share my personal experience with what I've gone through. I finished the therapy program about 3 months ago, and prior to that I was doing it for a little over a year. I started in New York doing therapy over Skype, and at the beginning I had no idea what was going on. The only reason I continued is because I had pre-booked a bunch of sessions. And as I started progressing, as I started getting more involved in the treatment, I started seeing little bits of change, little bit slowly, little by little. And I kept going. And then Carol told me, she said, you know what, I think you should come to Israel and do a session in person. Great. Got on a flight. I landed in Israel Thursday morning. I went straight from the airport to the center. I did, I think the first time, maybe 6 hours of therapy broken up throughout the day. Friday was the same thing. Sunday I did it again. Monday I did it again. I flew home Monday night, was back in New York. Tuesday morning, great. Fine. I found it to be very helpful. It was doing it in person, put a different perspective on it, and I was doing the body work, and it was interesting. It was a good experience. After that, continued with Skype, continued doing it, continued making tiny little progress. I still had no clue what was going on. I was still skeptical, kept going. Carol's like, you know what, come to Israel again. Great. Flew to Israel again, doing the same thing. Got in on a Thursday morning, went straight to the therapy center, did hours and hours in that little chair in Carol's office. Did what I had to do, came back. Some days were great, some days weren't. Fine. Kept doing the Skype, kept doing it. I did the Skype sessions about twice a week, an hour, and I did it in my car. And I just kept at it. And there were days that absolutely sucked. There were days when I told myself, I was like, what the hell am I doing? Some lady in Israel, never heard of her before. She has this method. She's going to fix me. It's all going to be good. What in the world am I doing? And there was just thing in me that I just had to keep going. And I kept going and I kept pushing. And over the course of the year, I flew to Israel 9 times to do therapy in person. I kept going. I kept doing it. I kept going to Israel and I kept doing the Skype. Twice a week Skype. Once every 5 or 6 weeks, Israel. And I did it, and I did it, and I didn't quit. And it completely changed my life. I think a completely different way now. I would think negatively about something in the past, and now I see it in a positive light. What the program did, it broke me down. It broke my beliefs and my subconscious down to the basics, and then rebuilt it. And I will tell you, it's a painfully slow process. It takes a very long time and a tremendous amount of patience. But I promise you, stick to it. Keep doing it. It will change your life. You spend 1 year working on yourself, doing it, it will change your life. It will change all the people around you. You will be much more positive. Life will not be a threat. I'm not telling you everything's going to be perfect day one, but things slowly get better. You notice little small changes. You appreciate little things, and they get better and better and better. And I look back where I was a year ago to where I am now. I'm a completely different person. I'm just, my head is in a different spot, and things are much more positive. And my message to you is, yes, there's a lot going on in the world. Things are crazy. And you may tell yourself, you know what? Okay, I can't go in person. I'll stop. But the thing is, if you stop, if you don't keep going, it's so much harder to get back into it. I'm telling you, do it over Skype. Even if you don't feel like you're doing anything, even if you feel like it's a complete waste of time, like you're doing nothing, keep doing it. I promise you, it will work. It works. If you stick with it, it will work for you. And there's a lot of people now, they're full of panic, they're full of fear because of this whole thing, this whole virus. Thank God I was working on my mind so well over the last year that I'm not fearful. I look at this positively. I look at it that God is coming to us and giving us a restart. He's putting us through pain so that way we can have something good. The only way to get something good is working for something and working through pain, having those bad days, having those bad moments, having those moments where you feel like, what the hell am I doing? What in the world is going on? But you still keep at it, you still keep going. At the end of it is greatness. And I think that, and everything gets better. And I think what's happening is that the world has to go through pain right now, because at the end of this pain, things will get better. And the only way that things have to get better is for us to go through the pain. Again, my message to you is, if you're thinking about pushing it off and postponing it to a better time, to a time when there's no quarantine, when you don't have to be home, do not wait. Keep going, keep putting in the work, keep putting in the hours. I promise you, I guarantee you, you will completely change your life. You will change the life of your parents, your people around you, your friends, your kids, your spouse. The people in your orbit will notice a difference, and you will change their life. If you put in the work now, just keep going. Do not stop. God bless you all.